Alright, you guys, I'm Carrie, and in this video I'll be reacting to Dirty the Pooh Chapter 1 by Dirty Potter. This is a request from Road Warrior 2, and I'm pretty sure this is... I started watching it like a little bit to see what it was, because it's not necessarily called a YTP, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like a YTP or kind of like a sentence mixing of a Winnie the Pooh audiobook. And a lot of the audio-only YTPs that I've watched recently have been really good. I don't know if I wonder, do we have captions for this or no? No, they're auto-generated. That could be its own kind of funny, but for now we'll just watch without it. Let's get started.
This is Jim Dale.
Is he like jacking off? What is that sound?
Dirty the Pooh and the 100 Acre Shit Pile by Dirty Potter.
It actually says it on the back.
Chapter 1, in which Rabbit stuffs almost everything right in his ass, and a stupid black nigger goes.
Oh my god. Alright, we've got the N-word.
It was a perfect
Kelly
summer
and Hero
day, and the forest was sparkling. It was July. The animals were very excited. They were playing a game called Licking the Massive Big, Enormous Black Fat Boner Clean. All the animals sat on the ground and masturbated on Piglet's face. "I won the game," said Piglet. There was some pretty nasty stuff in the 100 Acre wood.
Apparently
Pooh was staring
so.
at his large, succulent erection. He had never felt so horny in his entire life. "Piglet," said Pooh.
"Oh, yes, Pooh,"
said Piglet.
"I wonder where Christopher Robin has been."
Just at that moment, there was a whirring sound, and a clickety sound, and a pinging sound, and a pooping sound, and a
Pooping
ping sound, and
sound.
a gulping sound, and a farting sound, and a shitting sound, and a
Hissing
sound, and a clapping
What's
sound,
the difference
and
between a
rapping
pooping sound and a shitting
sound, and a
sound?
burping sound, and a crunching sound, and a
We're still going.
pinging sound, and a pinging sound, and a pirate sound.
Aye, sir.
And there he was, Christopher Robin, just as he had always been, except that he was a faggot. He looked at them all and said, "Good morning, niggers." Then Christopher Robin led the animals back to his house.
That was
There
so
they had
obvious,
many
but still
hot and
hilarious.
tight orgies. And it made you feel good just to look at it, and made you want to rub one off too. Christopher Robin was polishing his disgusting, one-eyed, snaky trousers monster when the others arrived. Come indoors, Pooh and Piglet,
first
and
time I
Owl,
ever-
and Tigger and Eeyore and
The
Kangaroo.
first time I ever heard like one-eyed trouser snake or whatever was in a YTP. I'd never heard that term for penis before.
Roo and Christopher Robin, said Christopher Robin, because I have something to show you all, and it's something very big indeed. When Christopher Robin had finished wiping the dollops of sperm off his fingers and onto his handkerchief, and off his handkerchief and back onto his fingers, and off his fingers and in his mouth, he handed Pooh the piece of paper. "I won this at school," he said, "for teasing the trout and shooting my jizz more than 50 yards. Piglet gaped open-mouthed at the sight of this feat.
"But it's bigger than I am,"
Worried Piglet. Christopher Robin nodded. He had had it himself, and Christopher Robin said to Pooh, "I've eaten a lot of peanuts and 2 surprisingly tasty testings, so I don't have room for the very fat, homosexual, bull-like, midget, Jewish, handicapped, Nazi, nigger dick. I wondered, Pooh, whether you would
Oh
be
my
kind
God.
enough to eat it for me."
By the way, this was made in 2010, and you can like really tell based on the humor. Not to sound like a boomer, but humor these days is just not as funny. Well, some of it.
And Pooh was
I feel
kind
like this kind of more edgy humor was way more rampant back then.
enough, and did, and liked it very much. Eeyore looked down at Piglet's potted meat cork. "Oh, crisp and juicy.
For crunchiness and fullness of flavour, there is nothing to beat Piglet's very fine purple penis.
Purple?
There was a very
Why is
long
it purple
pause.
when the rest of him is pink?
My goodness, said Christopher Robin, looking at Eeyore. It's nearly time for a donkey punch. Then Christopher Robin beat his fucking fist in Eeyore's face so violently that he ejaculated a golden shower of fucking pineapples.
What the fuck is
The awful
happening
thing
right
was
now?
that you probably thought this was funny. But it isn't at all. Ever.
Oh, sorry.
So done with this bullshit. You're just fucking gay faggots. And probably retarded.
Oh my god.
Listening to stupid fucking recycled bullshit from Dirty Potter like this is fail.
I don't
think
know. I've never watched a Dirty Potter video before. How would I know it's recycled?
You should go shake your fucking pants and kill yourself instantly. Meanwhile, these were the presents Christopher Robin
And he
had
just
brought
like
for the
gets
other
back into the
animals.
book
For
after
himself,
roasting the
his
crap
own
out of the
cum,
audience
which they
randomly.
slurped before it turned dry and crusty. For Owl, a testicle case, in case he lost his testicles.
In case he
because-
lost his
well,
testicles.
it would take too long to explain. For Piglet, 2 fat, wet pink pussies. And a moldy peanuts. And he smelled a bit of moldy peanuts. For Roo, a bottle of magic mushrooms for his first day at school. For Kanga, a set of 7
yes,
rubbery
just what every
cocks,
kid needs
one
for their
for each
first day
day
of
of the
school.
week. Eeyore did not know what a cock was or what it did, but it sounded necessary. For
After
Tigger,
all this, how could Eeyore possibly not know what a cock is? He is surrounded by insanely horny animals.
a pogo stick up the butthole. For Rabbit, a book called 1001 Useful Hints for Spraying Christopher Robin with rich, damp shit. For Eeyore, another huge ass
That is a
for
very specific title for a book.
farting from his front and back. And that's really difficult. For Pooh, water sports for removing the dirty poop from his bloody fucking bare boner. After that, the animals settled down and made the biggest lumps of shit ever seen in the 100 Acre Wood. A huge mound of ass poop and shit with masses of fresh feed called fun too,
Ew.
surrounded by piles of old thick cheese. The turds came out in such a rush that Pooh
Made up a hum about it.
This is the hum which Pooh hummed to Piglet on the day, which started like any other day and became a very special day indeed.
If you want to shit, you must put it in the piglet. In the shit, if it is shitty, if it's shitty in the shit. And you'll know when you have shit how much shit you shit. Yes, you know what the amount is. And so therefore you will die. And will you enjoy it? Have we finished now, Christopher Robin? Can we go home and nurse our bruises?
Asked Eeyore. We finished the first half, Eeyore, said Christopher Robin.
More, is there? Might have guessed there would be. Still, maybe it will all die painfully.
Maybe we'll all die. Eeyore can only hope. Then again, he didn't know what a cock was somehow. Even though everyone around him absolutely loves cocks. So I don't know what if we can take anything he has to say seriously. That was insane. It was also freaking amazing. I love these old style audio YTPs. Again, it's not called a YTP, but it basically is. Thank you so much for the request. Who was it? Oh crap. Road Warrior 2, I think it was. I will almost certainly be reacting to the others in this series. I think there's a chapter 2 and a chapter 3. I don't know if there's any more, but I'll definitely be reacting to chapter 2. Let me know in the comments if chapter 2 and 3 are as good as this one. If they are, I'm very much looking forward to them. As always, link to the original video and Dirty Potter's channel will be in the description. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.